Do you know why you don't have peace? It's not because of the world or other people. It's because of the things you haven't learned to let go of yet. Today I'll show you 9 things you must eliminate if you truly want peace. But first, write one word in the comments, peace, to remind yourself why you're here. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because this is where we train the mind, not the ego. The first thing you must eliminate is the need to always be right. This is one of the biggest sources of conflict, anxiety, and wasted energy. Many people believe that being right gives them power, respect, or control, but it actually does the opposite. The more you try to prove you're right, the more you become a prisoner of other people's opinions. Think about how many simple conversations turned into arguments just because you couldn't handle someone disagreeing with you. That constant need to prove yourself or to be seen as smarter doesn't come from wisdom, it comes from ego. And when ego is in control, peace disappears. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it's not worth wasting energy trying to convince others. If someone thinks differently, let them. You don't need to correct everyone. Sometimes real strength is listening, smiling, and staying silent. When you choose not to argue, you choose peace. Being right might feel good for a moment, but staying calm brings peace for a lifetime. Learn to observe without reacting and to understand without forcing. Peace comes when you realize not everything has to be a battle to win. Let others have their own truth even if it's different from yours. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your worth doesn't come from being right. It comes from keeping your balance even in disagreement. So next time someone argues with you, breathe, smile, and think, I don't need to be right, I just need to be at peace. The second thing you must eliminate is the need to control everything. We believe that if we can control people, situations, and outcomes, we'll finally be calm, but that's an illusion. The more you try to control, the more you realize life doesn't follow your plans, and that leads to frustration, anxiety, and fear. Stoicism teaches a powerful lesson. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond. That's the difference between living in chaos and living in peace. Think about how many times you've suffered over things you couldn't control. What someone said, what someone did, an unexpected change, a loss, or someone else's decision. All that worry and energy were wasted because those things were never in your hands. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic masters, wrote, Peace comes when you stop worrying about things outside your control. Learning to let go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting reality with wisdom. It's about doing what you can with what you have and letting the rest unfold naturally. When you stop trying to control everything, you regain something far more valuable, your peace. When you accept that life has its own rhythm, you start to flow instead of resist. So remember, don't try to control everything. Focus on controlling one thing, your attitude. The third thing you must eliminate is the need to please everyone. Trying to make everyone like you is a battle you'll never win. No matter what you do, there will always be someone who criticizes, disagrees, or simply doesn't understand you, and that's okay. You weren't born to please everyone. You were born to live in alignment with yourself. When your peace depends on other people's approval, you become a prisoner of their expectations. Every opinion or judgment starts to matter more than your inner voice, and slowly you lose yourself. Stoicism teaches that other people's opinions can't disturb your peace unless you allow them to. Epictetus said, when someone criticizes you, remember that it's their opinion, not your reality. Pleasing everyone is impossible, but living according to your values is within your control. Stop seeking approval and start seeking authenticity. When you do the right thing even when no one notices, you are at peace, and that peace is worth more than any applause. You don't need to prove anything or be perfect. You just need to stay true to your values, even if it disappoints some. Those who live to please everyone end up forgetting who they are. Freedom begins the moment you stop asking for permission to be yourself. The fourth thing you must eliminate is the habit of complaining. Complaining has become almost automatic. We complain about the weather, work, people, traffic, or what we don't have. But every complaint is resistance to reality, and resisting what already is only brings suffering. Stoicism teaches that what happens was meant to happen, not because everything is fair or perfect, but because it's what's happening and denying it doesn't change it. When you constantly complain, your mind learns to focus only on what's missing or wrong. But when you learn to accept, you begin to see what you have, what you can use and what you can improve. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If something external causes you pain, it's not the thing itself that bothers you, but your judgment about it, and you have the power to change that judgment." Complaining solves nothing, but action does. Every time you feel like complaining, ask yourself, can I change this? If yes, act. If not, accept it. That simple question shifts your mindset from victim to creator. People who complain stay stuck. People who accept and act move forward. The difference is where you put your energy, talking about the problem or creating the solution. Peace doesn't come from a perfect life, but from stopping the fight with the one you already have. The fifth thing you must eliminate is the fear of being alone. Many people confuse loneliness with emptiness, but being alone is one of the most powerful spaces for inner growth. Being afraid of solitude means you still don't know how to be with yourself, that you're searching outside for what you should build within. Stoicism teaches that real strength is born in solitude, when you no longer depend on others to feel complete. Marcus Aurelius spent hours writing and reflecting in silence, not because he disliked people, but because he knew that only in quiet could he truly listen to his mind. Being alone doesn't mean being abandoned, it means being present with yourself. It means looking at your thoughts without distraction, knowing yourself without masks, and becoming your own best company. When you find peace in your own presence, no absence will scare you. The fear of loneliness makes you seek attention or company at any cost, and that weakens you. But when you learn to enjoy silence in your own company, you become free. The worst kind of loneliness is being surrounded by people yet feeling empty inside. Learn to be with yourself, to listen, to care for yourself. Solitude is not punishment, it's training for peace. And once you can be happy alone, you can share your life with others not out of need but by choice. The sixth thing you must eliminate is resentment toward others. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. You may think your anger punishes the one who hurt you, but it only prolongs your own suffering. Every memory, every thought of revenge, every "I won't forgive" becomes an invisible weight that steals your peace. Stoicism teaches that you can't control what others do to you, but you can control how you respond. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them." Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means letting go of the pain and choosing peace over pride. When you forgive, you do it for yourself, to free your heart from what hurt you. Holding resentment keeps you trapped in the past, unable to move forward. Peace comes when you accept that you can't change what happened, but you can change how you remember it. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to become like the one who hurt you." Let go of anger not because you are weak but because you are wise. Forgiving doesn't mean you forget, it means you rise above. Another thing to remove is constantly comparing yourself to others. Comparison destroys your self-esteem and blinds you to your blessings. On social media, everyone seems happier or more successful, but that's just a small, filtered part of their lives. Stoicism teaches that happiness doesn't come from having more, but from needing less. When you focus on what you lack, you lose joy in what you have. Epictetus said, "Don't try to be better than others, try to be better than your past self." Everyone has their own journey, struggles, and timing. You can't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. What looks like success in others may come from sacrifices you can't see. Comparison comes from ego, but growth comes from humility. When you realize you're not in competition with anyone, you find freedom and peace. Focus on your progress, not on impressing others. Your value comes from your honesty and inner calm, not from others' approval. Next, let go of attachment to things you can't keep. Everything in life is temporary, people, things, feelings, even you. Yet we hold on tightly to what's meant to change, causing pain. Stoicism reminds us that nothing truly belongs to us, we just get to experience it for a while. Marcus Aurelius said, "Remember, everything you love will change or disappear. Don't cling, just appreciate while it lasts." The problem isn't love, it's possession. Loving with attachment comes from fear. Loving with awareness comes from gratitude. When you accept that everything is temporary, you appreciate the moment more deeply. Holding on to what's gone, whether it's a person, a time, or an idea, keeps you stuck. Life keeps moving and so should you. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means accepting. Be like a traveler who enjoys the view without trying to take it with them. Appreciate, be thankful, and then let go. Peace doesn't come from having more, it comes from knowing when to release. Lastly, remove the negative voice in your mind, the one that says, "You can't, you're not enough, you'll fail." That voice isn't reality, it's just the echo of your fears. That we all have that inner voice, but not everyone learns to silence it, and until you do, you'll never find true peace. That voice feeds on your doubts, your comparisons, and your past mistakes. It makes you believe that everything you do is wrong, that you don't deserve good things, and that trying is pointless. But Stoicism teaches that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your mind becomes what you think about most. Fill it with virtue, and your life will be filled with calm." When you learn to watch your thoughts without being controlled by them, you take your power back. You can't stop thoughts from appearing, but you can choose which ones to nurture. Your inner voice can be your enemy or your ally. It depends on how you train it. Start talking to yourself with respect, patience, and kindness. It's not about lying to yourself with fake positivity, but about reminding yourself that you're growing, learning, and moving forward, becoming a calmer and stronger version of yourself. Mental silence doesn't mean having no thoughts, it means mastering them. When your inner voice becomes wiser, your outer world changes too. Remember, peace isn't found outside, it's built within, and it begins the moment you stop believing everything your mind tells you.